Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you guys for joining me for another video. This is Living History Militaria, and today I have some items to go over. This will be a new additions video. Not a whole lot in here, so it should be a relatively short video. So let's jump into it. So I'm going to start off right here. I got this nice display case. I helped a fellow collector sell some stuff. And as a thanks, I got 2 display boxes, like Rikers mount cases. This one has like a little tray in it with like some little dividers, little sections in here. And it came with all this stuff in here. So we got some, I believe these are German metal ribbons. Looks like Purple Heart and a couple of pins right in here. World War II era. And then got some miscellaneous bits and pieces here, some arrowheads, some battle stars that would go on the ribbons. I think there's an acorn in here too. And then up here we got some German, I forget what these are called actually. It's a rank of some sort. But there's a name for it. I forget it exactly. But this is pretty nice. These are all battlefield relics. Got a couple of the ranks, and also have a button here, like a tunic button, which is pretty cool. You can see the back of it. And looks like this used to be a tin type metal, maybe of some sort. Not exactly sure. So pretty cool case. Can't wait to add some stuff to it. I'm going to have some small stuff to be able to go in here. And right up here, I got actually these 2 in. Right up here, got a pretty cool box with the original shipping label still on it from Illinois Merchandise Mart. Right up here, it says contents goggles. And it still has the buyer right there, B.D. Cromwell from Lorette, Kansas. And if we open it up, we got a cool set of Polaroid infantry goggles. So these things are pretty cool. Polaroid right on the top. And the screen here, the lens is extremely dirty. The rubber right here is not in the greatest shape, but I got these for cheap, so I just thought they were cool. And here's the original strap that is no longer attached to it, but that's okay. Didn't plan on using them for anything, but they'll display pretty nicely. And then with that, this is a guy I bought buy some stuff off of Instagram. Do a lot of business with him. I traded some items. This is pretty cool. This is a Korean War era garrison cap. This one is dated February 21st, 1951. And from the red and white piping on this, I believe this stands for engineers, which I do not have an engineer piped hat. So that's pretty cool. B1097 is written on the inside, so always cool to have an identified piece. So that'll go with the rest of the garrison caps. And I also traded, I think it was a armored division patch for this neat little envelope of photographs. But you can see right there, comes in this neat little cardboard box, the Battleship Texas. So you can open this up, and it's got some photographs in here of the inside of the battleship. So you have the Battleship Texas, the cafeteria, the main mast, the ship's galley, trophy room, the bridge, a 3-inch AA gun, and the engine room. So pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure I got the patch for free. So I'm going to see what I can do. I want to see how... I want to basically just keep trading these items and just see what I can get out of just trading. So these pictures right here are going to be up for trade. If anybody's interested, shoot me a message. Not really looking for anything too specific, just trying to see what I can get by trading. So we'll see how that goes, but I thought that was pretty cool. And speaking of photographs, we have some right here in this little sleeve. These ones, I believe, are mostly monuments. Let's see, we have, this is the Notre Dame Cathedral, the Basilica of the Sacred Heart. And what's pretty interesting is you can find photos of all these landmarks on Google. But the cool thing is I posted it on my Instagram page. I found stock photos of all of these. These are all in the same area in France. I forget exactly what obelisk this is. It has a real name, but it's the something obelisk. And really nice water fountain right here. And then this is in that same square as the obelisk. But anyway, I found stock photos on Google of almost the same exact positions that the cameraman is standing in. So I did a little side-by-side comparison of what the obelisk looks like taken in this picture versus what it looks like today. It's pretty cool. So I like seeing that stuff from past to present types stuff. So some cool monument pictures, famous landmarks, stuff like that. I went ahead and I put together a couple of pages already. One was battlefield pictures, put it on a piece of, I think it's 12 by 12 card stock. Actually, it might be bigger than that. But I did one of battlefield scenes, basically the reality of war. And I did one of all the dogs of war that I have, because I have a lot of German Shepherd pictures. So those are all together on one big piece. It's actually, if I open up my desk, right in there, there's an example, big scrapbook size. So I went ahead and put those in corner savers and whatnot. So that's what I got planned for all these. So stay around for those. We'll end up going through all those together. And this right here is wicked cool. This was saved from destruction. This was actually a birthday present, and it was given to me by my father-in-law, and one of my brother-in-laws had found it, and it was being thrown out. It was rescued from a dumpster. Whether it was in the dumpster, next to the dumpster, I have no idea. I don't know all the details. But anyway, this is what I got, and I'm so happy that this was saved. Because this is 1954, the Compass. This is the United States Naval Training Center in Bainbridge, Maryland. This is Company 10. And as soon as you open it up, this is everything that was already inside. So you got a partial payment from the mid-50s, 55 and 56 here. And then, as you can see right here, we got a little stamp for Oswego, New York, which is the next county up from me, so this is pretty local, so really excited about that. Trust company, blah, blah, blah. And you can see right here, Dorothy Louise Bumpus and Maurice Harry Bumpus. And Maurice is the owner of this book. Yes, Bumpus was in the Compass, so I thought that was pretty funny. But right here, it came with some pictures too. Nothing on the backs of these, just some old cars. 1940s cars, probably. And then you got two pictures, duplicates right here of some puppies in a kennel. Those are pretty cute. Also have a U.S. Navy immunization record for Mr. Bumpus, for typhus and cowpox and typhoid and tetanus and cholera and all that good stuff. So, blank on the other side. And then this, which I'm assuming would be his mother there, Dorothy Louise, who signed the receipt. That's just what I'm assuming, because there's nothing written on the back. So interesting little piece here. The spine of the book has come undone, but it was being thrown out, so I can't expect it to be in perfect condition. But it's really cool. It's got like this reflective, like silver paper on the inside, and it's basically a yearbook. And the history of the training center, whatnot, indoctrination, ordnance and guttering. Basically, here's everybody in the yearbook doing, training, stuff like that. Firefighting, physical training, blah, blah, blah. Really cool stuff, though, nonetheless. Pages are really nice in here. Despite it being landfill bound, let's see if we can find Mr. Bumpus. Is right here on the very end, second row. That is him. And unfortunately, he passed away. I want to say it was probably at least 10 years ago, maybe. But Maurice H. Bumpus, right there. So my guess is there was no next to family, or just nobody wanted this book, which I think is kind of sad, really, honestly. This is, a good chunk of somebody's history here, family history too. So it's kind of sad that nobody wanted it. So I am more than happy to take care of it, though, because I love this stuff. I love preserving it. And no matter, what the person did in the service or what time frame, I love all the local stuff. So I'm really happy that this was saved from destruction. And of course, I can't help myself when it comes to autographs. I love them so much. So that's become my new obsession. But I'll start right over here, I suppose, with these smaller ones. I have the autograph of Lieutenant Dale F. Spencer, who was a World War II ace with 9.5 kills, almost a double ace. Flew the P-51 Mustang. Right up here, got the signature of, I believe it was a lieutenant, Robert Lapham, who was with the Philippine Division and was a survivor of the Bataan Death March, escaped Bataan, became a leader of a bunch of Filipino guerrilla fighters, and I believe helped with the Great Raid, rescuing all the American prisoners that were in, I forget what camp it was. But pretty cool. And then right here, got 3 signatures on this one. This is the remembrance of the sinking of the HMS Repulse, December 10th, 1941. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and pause and read about this. Some of you might know the HMS Repulse and the HMS Prince of Wales were part of Task Force Z, which were assigned to go to Singapore to help stop the advancing Japanese aggression and territorial expansion. And the HMS Repulse put up one heck of a fight and was eventually overwhelmed by Japanese bombers and planes, torpedo planes. But reading about the sinking of the HMS Repulse is very sombering experience. But right here, you got 3 signatures. Vice Admiral Sir John Hayes, President of the Prince of Wales and Repulse Survivors Association. And we got R. Wood, Pom-Pom Duty, survivor of the HMS Repulse. J. E. Gardner, Marine No. 2 of the Center Gun After Triple 4-inch, survivor of the HMS Repulse. So pretty cool to have those on there. I like collecting. Mainly what I collect as far as autographs are survivors, quote unquote, from sinkings and catastrophes and whatnot, and a lot of aviation stuff. So that's what I seem to find a lot of, and it's really interesting to learn about. So, I'm still learning stuff as we go, and, it's a really fun experience. Right here, I got this really big one. This is like an 8x10 of Oscar Bosch. His unit Sturmstaffel 1 was formed to stop Allied bomber attacks at all costs, then allowed trial operations and successes made to the Luftwaffe to make it to JG-3, Udet. Oscar was shot down 8 times in the Focke-Wulf 190. He flew 120 combat missions and had 18 aerial victories. So, really cool. This is a nice big piece right here, so I think this is going to look really nice. Eventually, once I find a spot for all my autographs for my Luftwaffe members, right now my hallway is kind of getting a little full right now, but... And then right here, this was a nice little surprise. This I did not pay for. This was given to me as a birthday gift by the gentleman that I do business with quite frequently. And I went ahead and he gave me this, which right here is a 617 Squadron, also known as the Dam Busters. And right here in the corner, it is signed by Sidney William Harris, who was a warrant officer and bomb aimer, and he flew in the Wellington, Stirling, Lancasters, and Oxfords. So pretty cool. Really neat envelope right here. But personally signed by Sidney William Harris, warrant officer, squadrons 149, 617, and 1661 Con Unit. Flew in Europe and North Africa, and there you can see aircraft flown right there. So always cool to get these little freebies. But I had bought 2 of these. I think it was Repulse. Actually, it might have been 3. It might have been Repulse, Dale Spencer, and Mr. Bosch. And I got this as a bonus, a little note that said "Happy Birthday." So always really appreciate those little freebies. You never know what you're gonna get. So. But that is all I have for you guys for today. That is all I have for collections. I have some smaller items coming in, not a whole lot right now. I'm kind of focusing on reorganizing my room right now, which, if we turn around right here, I kind of redid a little bit. I swapped out my shelf of painted World War I helmets with all of my Army Air Force stuff. So right now, this is my Army Air Force shelf. And I'm still working on organizing some other stuff over here, so excuse the mess, but this is what we're looking like so far. As I continue to disassemble and reorganize and redisplay everything. Because I'm very picky when it comes to stuff like this. I don't know. It seems like it's a new display every time I rearrange it. So something to keep me busy and entertained. But I want to thank you guys again for joining me for this video and for joining me in future videos. Definitely going to be more content to come. I think I'm going to do a helmet update, helmet collection update here next. So stick around for that. I'll probably go over my M1 helmets as well as my World War I helmets. And then eventually moving on to all my Stahlhelms. So thank you guys again. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.